Countryballs. We love them. Except those ones. If you're familiar with my channel, then I assure you that you definitely should know what a country ball is. If you do not know, however, well, it's actually pretty simple. They're just balls that are countries. And they're funny. Now, when you look at a country ball, you're probably thinking, oh, it's just perfect. It's so round, so cute, so perfect. However, a certain thing called evolution would say otherwise. So could a country ball theoretically survive as a living creature? I aim to find out in the 2008 evolution simulation game, SPORE. SPORE is a very unique game. You get to play at almost every single stage of scientific evolution in society, from down to the cell stage to galactic civilizations. Normally, you start a new SPORE game at the cell stage, but if we're trying to make a country ball here, then a mouthless and limbless cell dooms you to have a horrible experience. Oh my god, this isn't even that fun. I can't eat, I can't progress. So for the sake of fun and time, we are going to start on this cool little planet at creature stage. And we will name this planet after the one that started it all. Poland. So I made my best attempt at a country ball and used some tricks, and I'd say that I'm pretty satisfied with the design. So I clicked start and we began our journey. The game opened up to Poland seemingly dragging himself onto the land. Yeah, that's right, country balls first emerged, when they came out of the water. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Once on land, Poland looked at the world around him, and he was so confused. He thought to himself that there must have been a purpose that he was here. Why would he, such a plentiful yet weak species like him, be forced to go on land? Now set on finding out his purpose, Poland decided to look around. He found a fruit that he ate with his eyes. Okay, I guess we just confirmed something with country balls. And then he also found some garbage that he cleaned up, which somehow satisfied him. Maybe he had found a hint at his purpose. Poland eventually decided to wander away from his nest, and he found a nest of what seemed like other country balls. He discussed with them, and they also were curious on what their purpose was. This gave Poland an epiphany to find other nests. During this epiphany, he also got himself a better pair of eyes that didn't look that cursed. Still curious, Poland continued to explore until he found a nest of... Okay, I'm not saying that. A nest of S's. Poland found one S named Mr. S. And Mr. S told Poland about the concept of labor and working. Huh, that was interesting. Doing work for someone else? Poland tried it out by cleaning the garbage around Mr. S's neighborhood. And that satisfied him. Mr. S was so satisfied with Poland's work that he decided to join his side to aid him in finding employers. Once properly settled with Poland, Mr. S told Poland that he needed to make a lot of changes in order to survive in the work environment. Like have a secret hidden leg so he could hop instead of dragging himself along the ground. And maybe add some charming factors that are also hidden. With Poland's new traits and changes, Mr. S said his farewell as he went back to his home company. Poland was all alone now, and it was up to him to find employers. He searched the land for companies, and he poured his heart out to employers so he could be hired. The companies and employers were fond of his song and speech, but they did not want to hire him. Poland was stuck. He even went over to find other country balls, and they weren't even satisfied with his work. Sigh, I guess he was not worth it. But then he looked up at a mysterious rock formation that looked like a gear. Yes, Poland said, that will be my accomplishment in the future. I must keep going. He kept on trying to impress employers, but still to no avail. He still did not give up though. He did encounter one species of bug-like humanoid people known as Metrallans. They spoke of something called the Grand Algorithm. Poland didn't care about it though, because he was a proud Catholic. When Poland came back to his nest though, he saw that his comrades were moving away to go find more employers on their own. Poland did not want to be left behind, so he decided to go on a trek. While on his journey to his new Polish HQ, he did come across many different companies. Poland did try to get hired for some of these companies, but once again, they did not seem interested in him. Along his path though, Poland did spot some frog-looking creatures. From his background knowledge, French people loved to eat frogs, so Poland decided to try to kill a frog to save it in case he found a French employer. he was unsuccessful in trying to kill the frog, and he ran away. Once Poland finally did reach his new home base, he used some of the knowledge he had learned on his trip to get a better headquarters. When he finished building the new HQ, he once again ventured out to continue his quest of finding an employer. He did come across some gross, disgusting-looking creatures, though, and even if Poland was desperate for a job, he still had standards. So he once again returned home, unsuccessful. After more and more failed attempts of getting hired, another epiphany hit Poland. What if he were to work together with other people to get hired? So he returned to his HQ to recruit another Polish ball. Yes, Polish ball. They came across a race of humanoid phoenixes, and it almost seemed like they were about to be hired, but then some giant carnivorous plant ruined their chance. I feel like this will be an issue in the future. Now with the humanoid phoenixes dead, the only company in the neighborhood was that disgusting looking creature. Now again, the Poles may have been desperate, but they still had standards. Eventually, the Poles met a group of wise snails. The snails spoke of how in the world of business and labor, you may need partners that are not from your own kin. Poland was distracted at how scary the snails looked, but he took their wisdom well and sought out for others searching for work. After a while of searching, the Poles' prayers were answered when they met a group of bird-like humanoids known as the Kroot. If you are not familiar with the setting of 40K, the Kroot are allies to the Tau Empire, meaning that they serve. Yes, these creatures must know the secrets of getting a job. So Poland and his other Polish workers added the Kroot to their team. Now they were nearly unstoppable. Then again along the way, the gang encountered a kind race known as the Vortigaunts. If you know the outline of the Vortigaunts from Half-Life, you know that they have a bad experience with labor, oftentimes being used as slaves in the series. However, with Poland and Eastern Europe, you wouldn't be a slave in this labor society, just oppressed. So a Vortigaunt joined the team as well. Eventually, for some odd reason, probably inflation or something, the Poles once again decided to move their HQ. Perhaps this location will provide us with new employers. And sure enough, it did. As soon as we reached our new HQ, we were ready to advance to the tribal stage. We were the employers now. As soon as we picked up our sticks in a very, very odd fashion, we would become a settlement with an economy and workers. We would do the labor. Now that he owned a tribe, Poland was unstoppable. But if we could decide our own fate now, what would our end goal be? Poland thought hard and remembered a while ago when he looked up at the night sky and saw space. Yes, that is our end goal. We shall go to space. Poland began to construct plans of how to get to space until another tribe formed. A tribe of dwarves. This was bad news. Poland did not want any competitors, so he began on using new methods for a plan to attack this new tribe. One method was inventing the gun. Guns were invented during the Paleolithic era, didn't you know? By the time the Romans conquered the Mediterranean Sea, the Germanic barbarians already had AK-47s. That definitely happened. Now that the Poles had shotguns, they tested them out on some elephants. Although for some reason they did struggle in using these guns efficiently. But they were ready now, and Poland led a charge to destroy the dwarves. It was a long and brutal battle, and very costly. But Poland defeated the dwarvish village. He stole their building materials to make a better HQ. However, looking around him, Poland noticed that the gun violence caused a large level of casualties, mainly on his own side, so Poland removed the usage of guns. At the same time, new tribes rose up around him, including Parasaurolophuses. I butchered that, didn't I? Toucans and Quens. Poland wanted to attack them too, but what if they could take over their land with charm? Yes, that could work as well. And their first target of conversion was the Quens. So Poland built a wooden flute shop and a maraca shop, but before they could get ready to do a song for the Quens began to raid their tribal village. Poland panicked and acted before he could think. But before any blood was shed, Poland showcased an invention he made in his free time called fireworks. This amazed the Quens, so much so that they left and provided many gifts to Poland. Poland would continue to ready his men for song, and then they would go over to the Quen village. Poland and his men sang their hearts out, and the Quens were swayed by their notes and instruments. The Quens would ally the Poles, and Poland would thank the Quens for even being allowed to be shown in this video. Thank you, Quenbat, for allowing me to show the Quens so that 50% of my tribal stage gameplay would not be missing. Now that Poland had allied with the Quens, they needed to take care of the villages around them. Poland saw the Toucan village. Those evil, dreadful toucans. They had raided Poland's village numerous times, and now was the chance to attack. With another brutal battle, it seemed that Poland would win this. But after some tactics from the toucans, Poland was forced to retreat. Feeling disappointed, Poland thought hard of how to defeat these toucans. Then it hit him. Let's try using guns again! So Poland equipped his mates with machine guns and marched over to the toucan village, playing patriotic Polish music. With their new guns, the toucans fell almost instantly. This was great! Why had they gotten rid of guns in the first place? Oh, that's why. No biggie. Guns were useful at the moment, that's all that mattered, despite the casualty rate. Look at how efficient they are against these stupid rat people, or this village of weird-looking goat bird people. Guns were definitely a useful device for Poland, but would they use them on a Parasaurolophus? On such cute, innocent creatures? Yes. Oh, it seems the guns killed my last remaining tribe members. That's not good. Well, you know what they say, if that don't work, use more gun. Ah, yes, perfect. With dual-wielding guns, the Poles were now very ready to get back at the Parasaurolophuses. And if it were not for the Quens showering the Poles in gifts, then Poland would not have led such a valiant charge. This charge would be quick and swift, killing off the Parasaurolophus for good. With their enemies dealt with, Poland was ready to become a proper nation. A town hall was built, ideas would flow, cars would be constructed, and soon, a city was established. This city would be named Warsaw. Space observatories would rise, office buildings would be erected, and homes would be assembled. Poland was ready to conquer the planet. As Poland scoured the planet for resources, he not only took the spice geysers for himself, but he also did do a little trolling to local tribes. Then, a new nation popped up. This nation was also claiming the title of being Poland. This is madness. There was only one Poland, and Poland was Poland. So Poland decided to do some diplomacy by telling this nation that they were descended from limbless space slugs. Then more nations popped up. Poland got ready to flip them off as well until he found out that one of these nations was Catholic. Just the same as Poland was. Catholic bros wouldn't hurt each other. I mean, there's some bad blood and wars in history, but for the most part, they would not hurt each other. So Poland instead opted to do peaceful measures of conquering these Catholic nations. Once conquered, he began working on some military vehicles, most notably the Crab. Poland was ready to take care of all the fake Polands around him. Poland rolled into an enemy nation with his new military vehicles, and after a very long conquest, no seriously, why is this taking so long? The city fell. Once the city fell, Poland discovered the invention that would become known as the plane. After buying some F-16s, the conquering of the rest of the planet was a breeze. One by one, cities fell, and eventually, the last city agreed to join Poland. Was this it? Had Poland finally gone into space? Could Poland into space? Had Poland really? Oh wait, Poland, look out! Thank you all so much for watching this stupid video of mine. I just wanted to try something different for once. And what better way to do it than in SPORE? Once again, thank you all for watching up until this point, and maybe consider sharing this video to another person so that they can enjoy this too. Let me know in the comments if you want more content like this. Have a great day, ustedes tienen un buen día, and goodbye.